I've got a second channel, MTash Clips, where I post a bunch of funny clips from my Twitch stream. I'm trying to hit that 50,000 subscriber mark, so I would really appreciate it if you click the link down below because you're going to love the content on that channel. Now let's get into this content. Hey everyone, MTash here, and we got a little Thoma reveal, which we'll watch right now, but also some news on some new weapons that are going to be coming on the weapon banner. And if the leaks are true, it might be one of the coolest weapon banners we've ever seen. I'm going to make a video on that, when I can actually officially reveal it. But for right now, let's talk about Thoma, and we'll move on to the weapons after. Thoma has a very cool character model. I'm a very big fan, and he's going to be on the Hu Tao banner, which, Hu Tao is a great pickup, but look at this bad boy. He looks amazing, and if you guys did the Thoma hangout, you'd actually be able to use him and get an idea for what his skills are going to do. This is a shielding hero, can repeatedly apply pyro damage. So if you're using someone like Xingqiu, you might be able to get some fun constant vaporizes going on. And he looks like he's going to be one of the better 4-star support units in the game. Now, obviously, we need to test it in-game with our loadouts, with the proper artifacts. But I'm very excited for Thoma, and I honestly really want him. I think he'll be an addition to any team. I think he's just a better Xin Yan. And it's almost like a pyro Diona. Lots of shields, lots of value going out on the field, but maybe a little bit more damage like a Xingqiu would. It's kind of a mix. If you paired him with someone like Shang Ling and a Xingqiu, I could see some amazing vaporized stuff going on, get some pyro resonance going on. I don't know exactly who I'm going to pair him with, but for right now, he seems like a safe 4-star option. Now, Thoma providing a shield is already pretty cool for me, but the repeated pyro application, I want to see him supporting Ayaka. I want to see him with a Xingqiu. I want to see this with a child. If you have a child, Thoma might be a great pickup, repeatedly applying that pyro and then vaping it off with someone like Child. I see a lot of potential in this character, and I can't wait to get my hands on him. I might throw just a couple wishes in and try to snipe him off that banner. What is this, GQ magazine? Look at Thoma here. Now, I don't normally simp over characters, but this is a really cool character. He's got an awesome personality. I like the voice acting, really cool outfit, and with the kit, this is a character I think a lot of people can be excited about, and honestly, I think the Hu Tao banner is going to be pretty hype coming into Halloween season with Thoma on it. The weapon banner alongside of it. I think there's going to be a lot of people spending money. I'm not going to lie. I think people are going to see Thoma in action. They're going to see Hu Tao popping off, and I think people are going to wail out a bit. Now, if you missed what Thoma does, if you haven't done any research on this character, if you didn't do the hangout event, let's do a quick recap. So he lunges forward with his polearm. He does an area of effect AoE pyro hit, and then he gives himself a blazing barrier, a shield. But also he applies pyro, which is very good. That's better than you might think. It's one of the reasons why Xin Yan has some value and was used in the Spiral Abyss back in the day. By applying the pyro, he can melt any frost on him. He can vaporize any hydro, and any debuffs that might go with that in the Spiral Abyss. In some of the different floors, you get hit with those debuffs, and cleansing it off is super valuable. But on top of that, pyro is one of the best elements in the game for doing that because it doesn't have a crazy negative effect. If you're looking at, the melt and the vaporize, you just kind of cleanse it off. It's not a big deal. But if you are frozen and then you use a hydro ability, you literally freeze. It's terrible. It's really, really bad and can get you killed. Same with the electro. If you're using electricity and you get a hydro attack going and you're applying hydro, you can get kind of locked up in that animation. And so pyro is one of the safest cleanses in the game, so that's instantly a point in Thoma's favor. Now, this right here is why Thoma might become one of the strongest supports in the game. I think he's going to be extremely popular. You can see the destruction, the devastation from this. With the Crimson Oyoroi, I'm not sure if I pronounced that. Uyoroi, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. You do an area of effect hit first, but then you can see you're able to apply pyro, an area of effect line attack, which will be insanely good in the Spiral Abyss. But you can see here that every time you're attacking, it is sending out that fire attack, much like Xingqiu. And so being able to apply that pyro over and over again, that leads to a lot of comps with someone like Child, maybe even a Mona DPS, Ayaka doing the cryo, getting some melt action going. This opens a lot of doors. And it's going to depend a little bit on how sticky that pyro is. Xingqiu, you can really keep that uptime going. And are we going to see that here? Will his shield apply the pyro and this attack? And so it's going to be 100% uptime, and you can just keep melting or vaporizing that off. Very excited to see it actually being used and personally testing it. But you can see here, the fiery collapse can be triggered every 1 second. So typically, anyone who's basic attacking will be able to proc that every single attack. The only ones who might be outliers are boosted attack speed, maybe like a razor. But even then, I think you'll probably get this to work out because you've got big sweeping claymore hits, and it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Now, the other massive thing to think about here is this reapplies his shield. Much like Xingqiu reapplies his swords, when you use his ultimate, you get the blazing barrier. So it's going to be pretty much 100% uptime with this shield. I think that he is going to be valuable in pretty much any team that you might be using. I could see him being pretty cool with maybe even like a Ganyu team. I'm not sure yet. I think it's going to be better for someone who's doing basic attacks like Ayaka. But for right now, this guy is on my radar, and he should be on your radar too. Now, we're getting a bow and a polearm that are similar to the claymore that was on the last banner here. For every point of the entire party's combined maximum energy capacity, the elemental burst damage of the character equipped with this weapon is increased by 0.12. Now, if you guys haven't seen any videos on that claymore, I personally didn't test it out, but go check out a video on that claymore. It is almost broken if you get multiple refinements of this thing. It is one of the biggest bursts to your elemental damage in the game. And as a 4-star weapon, it's cracked. Now, I can't leak what's on the other, the weapon banner. I'll get in trouble. But apparently, 2 cracked 5-star weapons. And so if you're pairing this as, a potential drop on that banner, all of a sudden you've got cracked 5-star weapons, cracked 4-star weapons. It might be one of the best weapon banners, if not the best weapon banner Genshin Impact has ever seen. It's almost power creep how valuable that weapon banner could be, depending on how many copies and if you're a whale or a small spender or whatever. But very, very interesting here. The only thing is it is an attack percentage item. Characters do need attack percentage. It's not a terrible stat, but depending on the characters you're using, this might limit a value here and there. I like energy recharge. Someone like Venti, he wants elemental mastery. It's really going to depend who you're using this on. But this could be really powerful on someone like Fischl, maybe, right? Get that extra attack, which is going to scale with Oz. Get that elemental burst for a nice chunk of damage. I see some potential here, especially with this one. This is elemental burst damage. You could throw this on a Shangling, but at the same time, we have the catch. So this one isn't as hype for me. The claymore, the bow, pretty sweet. But the polearm, we've already got an insane one. Like, the catch is such a broken weapon. It's so valuable, and it's free. And you can also max refine it. So, you're comparing this polearm, depends how many refinements you get, versus almost best in slot for pretty much every character that drops. It's got crit rate built in, the catch. So that's one thing I will definitely say. But that's pretty much it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.